Today's video is supported by Manscaped. I'll tell you more about them later in the show. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Sheboygan Cubes back here once again with the glasses because my eyes are giving me some issues. Got a different look for you today because this bike's getting a different look today. We're installing the SC Project CRT exhaust on the Street Fighter V4S. We are super duper excited to finally hear this motorcycle in all of its glory. Look how beautiful these pipes are. Look at the welt. Look at the crazy situation going on with these. We are so stoked, and none of this would be possible without the help from Motovation USA. Check them down, the links down below. Any parts for your Ducatis, your BMWs, your Triumphs, your Aprilias, they've got you covered. They sell SC Project, actually the distributor of SC Project here in the United States, and we are super excited to be working with them on our build. They've supplied a ton of parts for our motorcycle, so check them out down below. And remember, this is a giveaway motorcycle. We are giving this thing away, making it all fresh and clean for you guys. Check it out below on yammynoob.co. But first, you probably noticed that there is no muffler currently on this motorcycle. That is because I did a big brain move and already got started on this yesterday, so I'd save myself some time today. Cue to Prior Day Yam. Prior Day Yam, trying to get ahead on some work here at the shop, removing the stock exhaust system from the Ducati Street Fighter V4S. Pretty straightforward procedure overall. We just had to remove the side panel over here, the servo motor, a couple bolts in the back here. We used, as I mentioned, this handy dandy spring tool from Beta, really nice. The guys over at Motivation actually gave me this, and this came really in handy for this job. A lot of those tricky springs in the areas. But now we have most of the exhaust loose, and I'm gonna attempt to remove the rest of it. As I mentioned, the Ducati is not on a stand, it's on a front shock because we don't have a single-sided swing arm stand here at the shop. Small oversight, but it is what it is. We've got this exhaust port here almost fully off. Very excited to see if I can tug on it and fully release it. So let's see if I can give this a shot. That's it, boys. Stock exhaust system on a Street Fighter V4S removed. Kind of a pain in the butt, but we got it done. Now, future Yam is gonna install the noose pipe on this bike for you guys. So I gave birth to this beautiful boy here. This is the stock muffler, as we saw yesterday, that I popped off. This thing weighs 17.6 pounds. This is a heavy, dense bread box that you find at the bottom of the motorcycle here. And now, we're gonna move over to this SC Project exhaust that this literally weighs like 3 pounds. So we're probably dropping a good 14 to 15 pounds on this motorcycle, placing it probably pretty close to 425 pounds or so, fully wet and ready to ride. But the most important part is the sound on this thing. That's why we're doing this. But I wanted to take a closer look at this SC Project system before we plumb it all up and then obviously start her up and go hear it. So let's take a closer look at this and then install it. We have to tactically eject and reload our blade. Make sure we can cut this open properly, right? Discord boys know. I bought this for the memes. Anyways, guys, so we're taking a closer look at the exhaust over here. Also, we're taking a closer look at this really snazzy oil sump guard that we got from the boys over at Motivation as well. This is gonna protect the bottom of the engine so that whenever you're loading the bike up, you're not gonna accidentally clip the bottom of the engine and have your oil pan drop oil. That would not be fun. Because on most stock street bikes, for whatever reason, the engine cases come down to a point instead of being a flat bottom and being a strong material. I've seen it before, it's not pretty. So, this exhaust system, super clean setup from SC. Literally all you have in the kit is a couple of springs with a nice little shrouding on them as well. And then this mounting bolt right here is actually gonna work on the stock bolt hanger that was underneath the foot peg. And this actually threads up right into it, so you don't even need a bolt on the back of it. Super clean setup. And then that's about it. You just mate this up. I believe it's one of these ways. It's a little complicated to think about which way this goes. But yeah, you mate this up, Got two O2 bung holes right here too with the copper washer as well. We're gonna tighten these up, make that fit because we're not running the O2 sensors on this. We actually already have it on the stock headers already. We didn't have to remove those. So honestly, it's kind of like Ducati knew that people were gonna pop that thing off anyways. It was a bit of a pain in the butt to pop off, but once I got it off now, this is gonna mate up pretty easily, and then we're gonna start it up and have so much fun today. Let's get into it. All right, guys, after some huffing and puffing with the mid pipe here for the SE Project CRT system, originally I was trying to get the top header here and the side header here from the front cylinder, back cylinders to mate up. It was being super difficult. I was huffing and puffing here with Whitney. I was tapping it with a mallet. It was not working. Turns out that all you have to do, for all of you at home, there's a lot of angry SE Project video installs out there. Just pull on this header. This has enough give to where you can put this first pipe in there, and you can slide in the second one in here. Just pull this back, push the other one in, it'll slide right in. It was very, very easy to do once I figured out that little trick. These actually have a little bit of give, and you can slide it in. So let's continue with the install. It is what it is with this fitment, man. Like, that's the only way this was gonna get on there. I don't love the way that looks, but. This is gonna turn all blue because it's titanium. All right, guys, the SE Project exhaust is installed. I do think that the clearance here is a little tight, but that's the way the system fits up, and online it says that the heel guard is meant to stay on, so we're gonna run it as is, but now we gotta start it up. Stand back, folks. Gasket and WD, don't worry, guys. How loud is that? Jesus Christ. I'm gonna go ahead and go. Quick interruption, guys. Today's video is proudly supported by Manscaped.com. You guys know I love to stay fresh and sexy, just like the Street Fighter V4S over here. There's only one way to do that, and that's with Manscaped. Now, you guys know they've had their tried and true Lawnmower 4.0 for quite some time, but now they've got something brand new for you. They've helped me cut my shower time down in half with their new Body Buffer tool. That's right, guys. With their new body buffing tool, you're gonna be able to exfoliate your skin, get rid of those dead bacteria, and also reduce your ingrown hairs. Loofahs are really gross. If y'all are out there using loofahs, I would not recommend it. They're a breeding ground for bacteria. You're gonna want something like the body buffing tool, which has a silicone base that does not allow that stuff to grow in there. I recommend picking up the Buff Bundle. That's gonna give you 2 bottles of the body wash, which has aloe vera and sea salt to leave you nice and fresh. And then you're also gonna wanna get that body buffing tool with that bundle as well. Hit the link down below to manscaped.com/Yami and you're gonna get yourself 20% off added automatically. That's my gift from me to you. Be that buff Hayabusa man you know you can be. Get yourself the Buff Bundle from Manscaped and stay fresh, go fast, look clean. Now, let's get back to more spicy V4S content with this exhaust.
All right, boys. We are aboard Street Fighter V4S with the new SC Project CRT exhaust. And I gotta tell you guys, it's pretty outrageous. We basically got rid of all the muffling. Ducati did a big brain move. They put all the baffling, the muffling, the catalytic converters, all that good stuff right in a tiny little bread box that is not impeded by the exhaust headers at all. So you're gonna get a really beefy sound out of this bad boy when you swap over to a full system. Excuse me, a mid system like this. Listen to this. That's outrageous, dude. That's outrageous. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the differences and the changes it made to this bike, because it is a lot, man. It really completely transformed the character of this bike. So the big change for me that this pipe made is that you're getting so much more rumble and vibration out of it. I can really sense what this motor's doing now, and I just get so much more information coming from the engine. Everything is just more alive. Obviously you have a way louder sound, but it's just, you get a lot more information out of this thing. You can hear every overtone of every kind of overlapping sonic interval. It's so cool. I mean, up at the red line, as you guys heard in the flyby footage, it pretty much sounds like a MotoGP bike. It's about as close as you can get while still being reasonable. The fact that we have these nowadays with a factory warranty is just unbelievable, man. Rolling on smooth in 4th gear. That's so nice. Grab a couple gears down. Too much fun, man. It just awoke this bike so much. Now, one thing I want to point out is you will see right here a small check engine light. Now, that is because we removed the servo motor, because this obviously doesn't have any baffling or any flaps in it, right? And so whenever we go and flash this motorcycle, it'll get rid of that. We obviously need to do a flash because we've massively changed the exhaust gases flowing out of this engine. The air to fuel ratio is now going to be all wonky. So I don't want to ride it too much with just the pipe on it, but I did want to get this for you guys. And we're going to see the next steps in terms of getting this thing fully flashed and mapped. And then I think I want to spoon on some more aggressive rubber. And we actually have a fun thing going on with the wheels. I don't want to spoil that for you guys yet, but we do have a fun thing happening with the wheels on this machine. But I want to get the flash, the new rubber, stickier, probably Pirelli Supercorsa SPs, and the wheel thing that we're doing. And then I think I got to go take it back on track. What do you guys think? Should I go and take this bike back on track now that we have the full auditory experience out of it? I think that could be a pretty good move. Let's grab 2 gears or 3 gears down right here as we approach this minivan. It's one of the most dynamic, interesting engine sounds that I've ever experienced on a motorcycle. Low down, because of that firing order, it just burbles and crackles and does all this crazy stuff. And then up at the top of the revs, it's literally like a MotoGP bike. It is so exhilarating to ride. So exhilarating to ride. And it's just dramatically transformed this motorcycle. Now, I am super curious to see what that flash will get us, because I know that this motorcycle is limited in 1st through 4th gear. You can actually feel it when you roll on at an even throttle. You click up into 5th from 4th and it actually pulls harder at the same amount of throttle. So I know the ECU on this machine is limiting what it's capable of. And that's for good reason. Ducati wants to tune this thing to make it, you know, the street fighter, not the track fighter. But, like I said, I really want to see what kind of feelings I can get out of this thing and what kind of performance we can get with it once we get that ECU flash on it. I love a good auto blipper, don't you guys? You just don't even have to think about it. Just grab the gear down, focus on your braking. I swear, I'm so much faster on track with these bikes that have the auto blippers because you can just really only think about the braking on these machines, and it just, wow, it's just so great. Now, no two ways about it, this exhaust is loud. We registered 118 dBs at about 7,000 RPM from 10 feet away. That is ear-shatteringly loud. I've unfortunately been through neighborhoods where people are covering their ears and running for cover and those sort of things. And that makes me feel bad. I would like this exhaust to be a little less quiet, but I know that it's going to do well on YouTube. You guys love a loud exhaust, don't you? Y'all tune in for the juicy, loud exhaust sounds. I know that's the case. Yeah, the character of this engine just comes alive so much with this exhaust. You can tell how they tuned it. You know, one of the really cool things, I'll actually show you guys here as I come to a stop at the stoplight. Because you have this really loud exhaust sound, you can actually tell when you're at a complete stop, you can hear it go into the parallel twin mode where it deactivates 2 cylinders. So I pull out the clutch a little bit, hear those other 2 cylinders activate, see? 2 cylinders, 4 cylinders. It's super cool. You just get so much more information from the bike. It's so awesome. But you know, it's funny because before, when it had the stock exhaust, you already felt like you're like, well, I really can't use this bike anywhere on the street. This is a lot of power. Now with this sound, I just feel like you can't get away with anything. I'm on a bright red, loud motorcycle. There's just no way that I'm going to be able to get away with anything more sporty or fun, if you know what I mean. You're just not going to be able to do it on this machine. You're going to be pretty hamstrung by that outrageously loud exhaust sound. I'll click it up into 4th here. See about the cruising speeds. You know, really low down, 4,000 RPM. It's an exciting engine, and it's a really exciting bike. Super interesting to ride, and I really do want to take it back on track again. I feel like it's definitely worth it. But yeah, it still retains that dual nature that it had when it was stock. I'd be interested to see if when we have the flash, it'll still have that kind of docile, low-down character and the kind of screaming top end. I will say it had more of the Jekyll and Hyde thing when it had the stock exhaust. Like around town with the stock exhaust, man, this bike was super polite, super polite. Now with this system, it is a bit aggressive. It's an angry bike for sure. It's not going to be a motorcycle that you can, you know, get away with on the public roads and city streets and that sort of thing. You're going to upset some people with this, you know, and that's just the way it is. And some of you are okay with that. I personally, I'm on the fence. You know, I like a loud exhaust, but not to the point where I'm, you know, bothering other people unnecessarily. I like to bother them a little bit. You know, like, oh, it's a nice loud bike, but not like, Jesus Christ, that's ear-splittingly loud, because even for me, I don't really appreciate that. Let's grab a couple gears down here. Are you kidding me, dude? Front lifting a little bit, having some fun, taking it easy because we're on that public road. If you guys want to see me actually rail this thing around, I took it on track. Definitely check that video. I'm not going to be riding nearly as quickly on this road as I would on track. But if y'all want to see me actually get it with this motorcycle, go and watch the track video, because I've laid down some pretty spicy lap times with it. I had a lot of fun with it. You just hang in second gear everywhere, enjoy this thing. Are you kidding me, man? much auditory stimulation, baby. If you guys didn't know, I'm a big music guy. I used to produce music. I still do. Love music. And so for me, the sound of a bike is just, that's what I'm looking for, man. That's what I want in a motorcycle. I want the sound. Because this is a dying breed, man. Bikes like this, they won't be around for much longer. This is the swan song, baby. We live in the golden era. This is it. In front of me. That's the most Ducati thing I could think of. I don't know what kind of Ferrari this is. Somebody in the comments let me know down below. Just give it a couple blips at this stoplight. I'll let y'all hear it off the D-cell. Your first gear. That's a street bike. That's a street bike, and anyone's allowed to go buy it. You can just go ride it. Hope you guys had fun with that one. Remember, giveaway motorcycle, be sure to check it out in the description down below. You're not going to want to miss it. Stay tuned, we got more stuff coming with this bike. Like I said, a super secret project coming with the wheels. Maybe take it back on track, get it flashed. Got some more goodies to put on it too. We're gonna be doing a lot of stuff to this motorcycle, man. We are not done with it yet. We got it for quite some time. Look at how pretty that is. Yep. I love it. Love this bike. Love it. Catch you guys in the next one. See you later.